All right, so we have a little treat for you. So this is a coaching call from the Agency Owners Association. This is a group that Neil and I have for agency owners to help you grow faster. So if you're in the agency space, you are a services business, this is applicable to you. It's a little preview of a call. It's probably 10, 15 minutes or so, and you get a sense for what it looks like to be in the group. If you want to learn more about the group, you can go to marketingschool.io/agency. Again, it's marketingschool.io/agency. Hope you enjoy the episode.
So Carrie, we're going to move it over to you.
Okay, hello. I run a YouTube marketing agency and we're organic first. So similar to like blogs and SEO, we create, script and write, produce and publish videos onto YouTube so that they show up all on across all search engines. And we work with companies from like D2C to SaaS to like very heavy B2B companies that target like the Fortune 100s or Fortune 50 companies, as well as like a handful of individual creators on YouTube. But our like target ICP is larger organizations, specifically anyone in like SaaS or tech, because where video is absolutely helpful for these types of companies, and they're just really long-term clients that we've worked with for a while. So that's who we're trying to target. But whenever I get into these conversations, and is really heavily focused on like how do we measure ROI of what you do? And I think similarly to SEO, where it's all organic, we run into the issue of proving direct ROI, which has been tough because I know that YouTube and video in itself is extremely important.
Yep.
I have my ways of measuring things right now, but I'd love to get some insight on how to better answer this question that I always get.
I can jump in first, and then Neil, you can go if you want. I've talked about this guy Josh on the podcast, and it's a free promo for Josh again. But Josh works with YouTubers such as Ken McElroy. He works with like George Gammon. These guys are both YouTubers, and so Ken owns like 3.2 billion in real estate. George does pretty well for himself. Neil, I think you met George as well. Neil, you can yawn. I can see it coming. I think the thing with both George or like Robert Kiyosaki or like Ken McElroy is they all believe in YouTube already. That's like a major thing. And they're all driving revenue as well, not just AdSense revenue, but like Ken, like because he's got a real estate fund, he's actually driving more qualified applications. So I think before he's getting like 2 per month off his YouTube, now he's getting like 42 or 50 per month or whatever. So I think number one, from what I've seen with Josh, because he only focuses on people that are really into YouTube and he thinks he can blow them up. And his deal is really good. He's like, dude, like Eric, I can see you growing your channel to 3 million long form views per month. I'm like, dude, yeah, sign me up. Like, do it for me, right? And he knows I believe in it already. So I think it's like, I think trying to convince SaaS people, it's tougher because they might see like, oh yeah, things are going towards YouTube, but they haven't really truly tasted it yet. Versus George has been successful, Ken has been successful. So I don't know if SaaS is the right place. I think eventually they warm up to it, but that's my opinion. But yeah.
So essentially, like targeting people who already believe in YouTube.
Correct.
Okay.
And the other thing too is YouTube is the second most popular search engine, showing people stats on that, showing people also direct clicks from YouTube. We're actually seeing it as a really popular referrer source, right? And you can track signups from that as well. Yeah. I would also showcase how many people are watching the videos and typing in the brand name on YouTube, as well as other channels like their brand queries if it's going up. And you also got to just get people to believe a little bit, right? But it's a combo of all of that. And if you can showcase enough SaaS examples or B2B examples of a few companies that have done really well and how they double down on it and how they spend a lot of money, you'll get other people to just do it because people move in herd mentalities. But you just need a few really positive examples. Like here's what happened to, Snowflake after they started using YouTube. And just get, even if they're smaller, that's okay. And then use that to just start getting more and more over time.
Okay.
It's not exactly what you're looking for. But as Eric mentioned, you got to get people
easier. But I feel like I'm already doing that, but I think maybe it just like, so I have an idea of who like is the best type of client, but yeah, I mean, it's easier to convince someone who's already convinced and then here's the how versus
like, here's YouTube. And you also got to look at data like, look at your churn rate. here's the problems that people are facing. We're creating content around how to do X, Y, and Z, which solves problems and all this kind of stuff, which can also decrease churn over time as well if we feed it into customers. You got to get people to believe. It's just a popular channel. It's like saying, hey, how are you not going to be on YouTube? Here's all the people that are on it. If you're not there, you're missing out. It's hard to track a direct ROI, but you're also not spending the majority of your marketing dollars on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Agency owners, if you want to grow faster, my partner Neil Patel and I, we are hosting live agency owner workshops in Beverly Hills, and you're going to learn how to get more clients. You're going to learn how to take yourself out of the day-to-day. You're going to learn how to recruit the right people, and you're going to be hanging out with like-minded people such as yourself. So if you want to learn more, just go to marketingschool.io/agency. Again, it's marketingschool.io/agency, and we'll see you on the other side.
I know we just have a couple more minutes here. I know Alion has his hand raised, and so does Kevin. So Alion, let's go to you.
All right. Thank you. So Neil, I think this question will be specific for you because you're running a lot of offices in the global markets. So I often get so just for context, I help a D2C brand go global. That's what I'm kind of pivoting
I remember
on.
you go from Japan to the rest of the world.
Yeah. And actually, I often get potential clients from a lot of different countries. And sometimes, for some months, I get a lot more clients from other countries, the inbound, rather than the Japanese market. And so that countries are like Indonesia, Malaysia, Brazil. They are those are kind of countries, and they want our expertise in that particular industry. And while they might be very strong in their local market, they are not really that good when we compare it to the US based accounts in terms of their revenue, in terms of their marketing budget and all that. So and they're quite budget conscious in that sense as well. So my question is that do you adjust the prices to that specific country, to that local market, and when you are providing your services, or do you just sell at the same price as you're selling to the US based firms?
It depends on the cost structure. If you're able to do it out of Brazil because you have people in Brazil that can help them with US, you price it that way. If you don't, and you only have people in the United States where the cost is more expensive, you got to charge them more because it's based on your cost structure. That may not be ideal for the customers, but you have to do whatever works for you until you can actually scale up and have enough people within those low cost regions to make the economics work out better for them.
Right. That was actually interesting answer, because so it means that you have to gradually go to that route to have an economics or have a people around in that local market, and
to make the numbers work. Yes, it's too hard to outsource to the United States and make the numbers work in the long run.
Yeah, I mean it's almost impossible. Even in Japan, I cannot really sit here and deal with that, guys, because the profit margin is so low. But they're growing, and we want to help. And I'm trying to see how we can squeeze that profit from those kind of accounts as well. But yeah, okay. Thank you.
Cool. Good stuff.
All right, quick note. This is about my company. It's called Single Grain, and Single Grain is an ad agency where we're focused on driving innovation. I want to talk about a couple of new strategies, and if you need help with marketing, great. If not, here are a couple of new strategies that you should try out. One is programmatic CRO. So we are doing programmatic conversion rate optimization on our site. So it's building products that will automatically optimize your site to increase conversion rates. We're also auto-optimizing, auto-updating from an SEO standpoint, and we're constantly thinking about what else we can do in terms of enriching the visitors that are hitting your website, and also tailoring custom messages for them using AI. And so there's a handful of things that we're doing from a marketing standpoint, and our mission is just to drive more innovation. So if you want to learn more, just go to singlegrain.com, grain like rice. So singlegrain.com to learn more, and we'll see you inside.
Awesome. Kevin, we'll have you be the last question.
Awesome. I'll try to keep it quick. I'm bidding on a job right now. It's a $5 million company. They're wanting to grow to 10 million. They really haven't done any marketing. kind of it's a hospital smart office technology company. They're looking to double their revenue over the next year. I met the CEO. We connected. He likes what I'm pitching to him, so he's come to me with I want SEO, PPC, email. He wants the whole shebang. And so I'm putting together the bid. I normally do what's called a crawl, walk, run strategy. It's like, how do we crawl? How do we get the baseline going? How do we get you walking? And then how are we running? But I don't want to scare the clients away sometimes with the budgets. I'm bidding right now. It's about $250,000 a year. It's basically content to SEO, PPC, ads management, the whole shebang. We can do it. New website. I'm working with PEC to come up with some calculators and stuff, and like how to calculate a new smart room for your hospital, those kind of things. It's kind of it's on the higher end of jobs that I normally bid on. My question is, presentation wise, what's too much? Like, if I go through the whole PowerPoint thing, we'll be there forever. If I give them kind of just a breakdown and a proposal, here's everything, let them read it. I'm going to present it to them. But how do you guys deal with bigger presentations where there's lots of pieces to the pie?
It should be able to be done in a PowerPoint presentation within an hour and 30 minutes for Q&A. If you can do it within an hour and a half, and it can be interactive during the whole hour and a half, it doesn't have to be hour first of talking, then Q&A. And even if it's a multi-million-dollar deal, it should be done within an hour and a half. Now, what you'll want to do is you don't want it to go more than an hour and a half. You may not be able to accomplish everything within an hour and a half, but you should be able to accomplish the majority of a certain thing like SEO within an hour call. Then you can do another call with pay-per-click, another call with email. And you can do multiple calls with them to break it all down so then they can learn, and then you get into proposals, right? You got to build a relationship and the rapport. So you can, on your end, they want to talk about everything. You would want to first do a presentation, SEO, what's wrong, what they can fix, what the results are, other people in the space doing it. And then you would want to do that with each one, but you may want to break it down to like 2 or 3 calls. And then you go into a proposal and everything like that. But you've had the time total sense, educate them, but you've also had time to build that relationship with them as well.
That's fabulous. I didn't think of that.
Saying, hey, just give me 250 grand, one presentation. You're also going to lose them because it's going to be overload of information. And if you just give a proposal and pricing, they're going to be like, I don't know what I'm spending 250 grand on because no one really reads them.
Yeah, right. No, totally. You hit the nail on the head. Thank you so much. I thought you nailed it. Appreciate it.
Cool. Well, that wraps it up. Neil, thank you so much for being here. I used to live in Kuala Lumpur, so I know how it is to commute on calls back and forth. But thank you for being here. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Neil. It was so great to see you in person and hear your voice in real life.
Thanks.
All the years, I love it. I love your smile. Always.
Thank you. I need to come to Chicago one of these days. I think it was you who mentioned that.
Please, God, both of you, Eric, Neil, can you please? I will help you. I have a lot of friends here. I have a lot of connections. If you have, I know you can get a lot of money out of the city. So
it's
let's
a great city.
Out.
Yeah, one day we'll have to do it.
I would love it.
Squeeze it. Squeeze them out.
Awesome.
Well, all right, guys, that wraps up our call for today. If you're watching this live, you can always go to marketingschool.io/AOA and you can apply for the community. We'll see you next time.